In this video, we are going to report all the duplicate emails stored in a table. Hello, this is Jagan from Grow with Data. I am posting this video to share my knowledge in SQL with you. If this assists you in your interview preparation anyways, I will be happy. Welcome to the 21st video of our Advanced SQL 50 interview question series. We have different topics to cover and now we continue with the sorting and grouping related question. This video will be tagged in Advanced SQL 50 questions playlist and the code we discuss in this video will be uploaded to GitHub. The link for the GitHub page will be in the video description part. Let's see the data set first and we can talk about the question in detail. So we are given a table called person. It got an ID and an email address. So ID is the sequence number, is a unique identifier for this table. And email address is the particular user's email address. So if you see this data, you have Jagan at growwithdata.com, Arjun at growwithdata.com, and again Jagan at growwithdata.com. So what they're asking us to write is, we have to report all the duplicate emails. So there are few assumptions we can say. First one is, the email address is all in lowercase and there is no null email address. So all the email address are valid. So given that scenario, once you create the table, if you see this, so this one appears once and here it appears twice. So this email address is a duplicate email. So what they are expecting us to do is, we have to return the email which shows more than once in the table. So we have to return jagan at growwithdata.com. So how to get this? So there are many ways we can address this, and this is one of the basic things we do on our daily routine job. So first we can try something like a brute force method or not a proper way of addressing it, but still we can get the solution for it. So you can just say select from person as a table p1. You're going to do a self join of the same table person, make it as p2. So we are going to join p1 and p2 based on the email equal to p1 dot email. So both the tables, the email has to match, and we make sure the p2 dot id is not equal to p1 dot id. So in this scenario, if you take this record from p1, it will try to connect with the same record in p2, right? The email address matches, but the id is also matching, so it won't satisfy this condition. So it go to the second record here. So jagan at growwithdata.com, the email id matches and the id is not matching, so it will bring you the email address p1 dot email. Since this is going to connect more than once, right? So for p1 it connects with p2, and if it's p2 it connects with p1, right? So we get duplicates. So we simply say distinct of the email. So you get the duplicate emails now. Basically we say get the email address and make sure the id is not matching. If that is the scenario, then you report it. So we get the duplicate emails. So this scenario will work when you try to connect with two different tables, right? So you connect with employee id with the same employee id, add the transaction id with the same transaction id. You make sure both the tables are unique with the transaction id. If not, they are going to create a duplicate. So in that scenario, you just try to create a SQL to join both the tables and see if there is any duplicate occurs in the column you're expecting. But the practical scenario, if you have one table and if you want to track whether a particular column is unique or not, like for employee id, the employee table, the employee id should be unique, right? Same way for login, the email should be the unique identifier. So what we do, normal scenario, we just say select from person table, we just say select the email and just do a count star as count from this group by email. So this will give the count, right? The email address and the count. So we get 1 and 2. So now what we can do, when you do a group by and want to do a filter, we can use the having condition, not the where condition. So having count star greater than 1. So now you get the emails which are appears more than once in this person table. So you don't have to carry the count. We just want to report only the email. So the query works fine. So you go with email and group by the email and make sure the count is greater than 1. So that will report. So this is the main SQL we do on a daily basis. In any table, if you want to see what is the unique identifier, you'll just try this SQL. So I will prefer go with this, provided if it's a single table validation. We want to find the unique identifier for the table, you can try this. But if you want to join two different tables, instead of doing both the tables in a separate way, you can just try joining the table and make sure you don't create any duplicates. So out of this, if you want to use a Windows function, then we can try the count function. So email, how we did the count star, right? They say count star over partition by email as count. So here you don't have to use the group by because it's a Windows function. So now if you see, Arjun appears once, Jagan appears twice. We haven't used the order by. So the sequence is the whole count of that email in the whole table. If I do order by, then it's going to screw up, right? Order by ID. If I do that, then you will see the count goes with 1 and 2, goes as a sequence. So we are not going to use the order by. So here, if you run this, I have this, but MySQL don't have the qualify function, right? So I can't filter directly. So I use this as a CT table with all raw data as I save this as CT table, and then I say select email from all raw data where the count is greater than 1. So now I get this 2 rows, right? I get the Jagannath Go data, 2 rows appears here, right? This is what we're trying. So to make it unique, I can say distinct, D-S-T-I-N-C-T. If I do distinct, I'll get the single record. The distinct can be done in the base query itself. I can just say distinct of email. That will also give me the same result. For understanding, I can try this. When I say distinct of email and count, it will give me what is the email address, how many times it appears. Right? This may be a second case. Like if you want to find how many times a particular email appears, you can just say count star, and you can do partition on the email. It will just give you one record if you have the distinct part of it. And if you want to filter it, if you don't have the qualify function, then you can do a CT table and do the filter however you want to. So practical scenario, if one table, I will go with this. When I join two tables and find the distinct to make sure there is no duplicate created, then I go with this. In this scenario, if I want to do some additional sequences, then I will go with the Windows function. So you can try all three and see which one is comfortable for you. If you want to go with the code, then all the code will be in the GitHub and the link will be in the video description. So this video will be in the advanced SQL 50 question series. So every video will have a GitHub link in the description part. So if I click this, it will take you to the code base corresponding to that video. So now we are talking about the 21st video, right? So it will connect to this GitHub where we have the create statement, the expected result, and the 3 approaches we talked about, the self join and then aggregation part, and then we're using the Windows function. You can just use this for your practice. If you want to join WhatsApp channel, then there's a link here. You can use this and join Growth Data WhatsApp channel. Hope you like this video and thanks for watching.